Hello everyone, we are a wonderfully sunny Saturday, June 4th. We are at the Université Laval PEPS, and this is the 447 Weekend Rundown.
They see me mowing my front lawn. I know they're all thinking I'm so white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.
So in an absolutely epic bit of political protesting, it seems a page, well, former page, she's since been fired, Brigette DePape, bow tie, white gloves and all, stood up in front of the entire Senate during the throne speech with a self-made Stop Harper sign. Now David Johnston, our beloved Governor General, didn't even seem to notice and kept right on reading the throne speech, but Ms. DePape stood there for a whole 20 seconds before she was escorted out by a very angry-looking old man. Now I want to get one thing straight. That was awesome. But it just seems to me, as it is, pages are an archaic, useless throwback that really could be replaced by text messaging. LOL, Jack Layton. Beers after? Question mark, smiley? Really, the page program nowadays is pretty much just an excuse to get young people involved in Parliament. Which is great. Not in the dirty sense. I mean, pages, just like all other Senate and Parliament employees, are supposed to be non-partisan in the accomplishment of their task. Now, you could argue this is part of the government's new road safety program, but I really don't think that'll fly. Though I can't help but be impressed, it brings up a couple of questions, like, what does this mean for the rest of the page program? They're obviously going to have to tighten security. Parliament can't work with this kind of shenanigans. And if this kind of thing sets a precedence, and other pages start getting the same ideas, it won't be long before the page program's shut down altogether. And then who's gonna hire political science majors? All joking aside though, this is a serious breach of professional ethics, and even though she's 21, it's the kind of thing that we can't really encourage. That was awesome. Though if you're interested, apparently she's looking for a job now. It seems Pauline Marois can't rally the PQ around a single decision regarding Mayor Labombe's proposal of a joint Québec City, Québécois partnership to run the amphitheater. Fair enough, it's politics, not everybody has to agree. And meanwhile, Dr. Amir Kadir of Québec Solidaire, who's really been talked a lot about lately, you might have heard of him, seems to oppose having a vote altogether, citing that as his democratic right. Because the law was proposed after this season's deadline, but in a funny twist of parliamentary rules, if they all unanimously decide to vote on the issue, well then it can pass with a simple majority vote. As a member of the National Assembly, elected by the people of Mercier, in this circumstance, he does indeed have the right to refuse a vote on the issue. And if he feels that's the right thing to do, then he should go ahead and do what he feels is the right thing to do. But really, don't say it's your democratic right, because any 6th grader will tell you you're wrong. Just as we all learned in elementary school, democratic decisions are made with majority votes. One of the great things about democracy is that the choices of a minority can never be imposed on a majority. Which is really what Amir Kadir and the other independent dissidents are trying to do by preventing the expression of the will of the majority. Now that doesn't mean it's wrong. There have been many instances in the past where the will of the majority was clearly not the best idea. But still, opposing them is opposing democracy. I have great respect for a man who's willing to stand up and tell an entire crowd of people, I'm right and you're wrong. But please, don't insult my intelligence by claiming it's your democratic right to do so. It's your legislative right to do so. Well, that'll be all for me this week. I hope the sunny weather holds up long enough for the poor people of Montérégie to finally stop canoeing to work. I'd love to hear what you all have to think. Post them in the comments. And until next time, that was the 447 Weekend Rundown.